Ultraman Blazer, Kaiju, Tokyo Showdown, the movie review. Yes, I've watched it fully again, and I want to give you a quick backstory of how I got into Ultraman first, and all these tokusatsu besides Godzilla. And I was a big fan of Godzilla back then, around 2023, right? It was when the first Kaiju Brooklyn happened on October 7th, and damn, we have been so far to the point Kaiju Brooklyn 4 is coming soon. But I'm going to share the story of how I got into Ultraman. So it was first of that, and I met Ultraman Connection at the first Kaiju Brooklyn, right? And they basically said, watch Ultraman Blazer on YouTube. So basically, we wanted to enter a giveaway to win the Ultraman Blazer bracelet, whatever, right? And we had to watch an episode of Ultraman Blazer. So I watched the first episode with my father. It was pretty good. And then all of a sudden, I actually got into Blazer and I started watching it every single day, like the premiere. Now the same thing I did with Arc. Not with Omega, but yeah, that's how I got into Ultraman Blazer. So let's get on to the review. And that's how I got into Ultraman in general. So let's get on to the review, shall we? So basically, this is probably after the series, but I like how this movie shows, like, it has all the kaiju and stuff, and it has a bunch of characters. And oh my god, it is a great film, that's for sure. And this came out in 2024, by the way. But I do like how this film, like, I like the soundtrack and how, like, all the kaiju come. And, like, this is like a Tokyo Showdown, so, like, this is, like, Decade battling certain stuff, like, I don't know, but, like, also, I do like how, spoilers, by the way, I do like how, secretly, the kid's mother did not know that she was having a freaking baby, bro. And, like, dude, I'm now worried, like, what if Ultra Galaxy Fight Season 4 happens and we see Blazer in it? Will we see Blazer have a kid or something? I don't know, man. Let's talk about the villain, though. This villain is fucking creepy, man. Even though it's just some green screen of a kid, in a fucking suit, it's just a crazy, bro. Just a kid with, like, some cornfield and a mask, a goofy-ass mask with the green screen. You can always see the green screen, but, I like how the director actually did this good. But let's, actually see my favorite scene. So my favorite scene is when this dude fucking fights the monster, and he fights in the middle of Tokyo as in his base form and then his main form. And I do like how they made this come true. Like, I do like it, and it's actually really good, man. And yeah, I pay respect to it. I also like the design of the Kaiju Man. It reminds me of, like, Iris from Gamera, the sides. But yeah, to be honest, I do like the fight in his fired-in armor. Blazer was being kicked in his ass, bro. But yeah, I like the cute head. It's just like the Kaiju has the cute head, but the rest of the arm, the rest of the body is, like, super, super serious. But yeah, I do like how, we do get the colors. I like the design. It reminds me of some, like, kaiju from, like, an Agent Kaiju, but, yeah, an Agent Kaiju means, like, a real kaiju, like an ancient kaiju. I do like how the main character was, like, I mean, not the main character, like, was, like, the main character's goofiness with the son, the father of the son, that went rampage and stuff. He was like, what the hell? And, like, I mean, he's been in -1. I forgot what Kamen Rider he hasn't been, though. But, like, that's Heart right there from Drive, though. That's Heart from Kamen Rider Drive, though, that's for sure. But yeah, anyways, now let's get my honest thoughts. So I definitely like this movie, that's for sure. It's a great Ultraman movie, but like not that much. And this series, by the way, got me into Ultraman in the first place. But I'm sorry, but I have to say this, but it's like a 4.8 out of 10. And the reason is like it's too much focusing on the kaiju, and you should focus on the Ultra and stuff. And I think they should do that for other Ultraman movies. Like the Arc movie was like funny, but like this just like I don't know, man. It's just like it has its own quality, it has its own goods, and yeah, I guess you go check this out. It's on Tubi and Pluto if you want to watch, but you have to go with a bunch of ads. You can find this on Prime too, but like maybe I'll do a review on the Ultraman Arc movie next, maybe. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.